I'm here in an undisclosed location in the Shenandoah Valley in Virginia. What am I thinking about right now? Well, let's talk about continuous performance testing and shifting metrics left. This is where I need your feedback. So let's say that we have just a simple continuous integration pipeline and a continuous deployment pipeline. We have a developer who commits code over here, and that's the functions and services they're working on. Then there's an integration with all of the functionality that might exist. Functional testing takes place, performance testing should take place in all of these areas to get continuous feedback. Then it may move into a staging environment where it's the environment that matches production as much as possible. And then obviously on into production, maybe even launching darkly. So when I'm thinking about metrics to look at for performance, it's different for production than it is for staging and than it is for the commit stage. When I'm looking at the commit stage, I know that environment's not going to match production. So I'm not so much worried about the fact that the timing may be higher than I would like, even for one, but it should at least pass for one, right? So if I'm expecting one user for a service to be 100 milliseconds, it should at least be 100 milliseconds for one. Not worried about load. I do want to know how much CPU and memory something consumes, but I don't necessarily think that I need to fail the build for that. The second thing would be, if I move that into an integration area, I still know the environment isn't like production, but I still want to monitor some of the infrastructure metrics just to see what? Patterns. I want to see patterns. And that's what continuous performance validation is about. So as you're doing this continuous feedback in all these areas, you want the feedback, but the feedback that you want might change as you move from environment to environment, and that's the key. I mean, in production, yeah, I really care about infrastructure metrics, and I really care about bad performant code. I also care about network performance to the end user, right? So what do you think about that? What do you think the important metrics are in the various parts of the chain as you go from production all the way back to commit? You know, a developer's thinking about how much CPU and RAM their code takes up, but they may not be thinking about network conditions. But hey, if you're building a mobile app and you've got all these people running around all around the country connecting to cell phone towers and things like that, they've got a different network experience than you in developing. So maybe they would benefit from a less chatty application, but a lot of developers don't think that way. So I just think metrics change as you move from one side to another in that pipeline. I want to know what you think now. Get back with me. You should see my contact information on either this post or this video. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm listening.